I want to welcome you to another episode of the Darin Sargent Show, the podcast where you get life advice from a single-handed... never mind. I am so glad you've joined us. Glad you're here. We're going to have an incredible podcast today. We're going to jump into it right now. But before I do, let me just say this. Your words, they have power. I know we often hear that, but do we truly believe it? The Bible tells us that life and death resides in the power of the tongue. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about the Compliment Club right here on the Darin Sargent Show. Stay tuned. Let's get started. Thanks for joining. In the 1920s, there was a psychologist by the name of George W. Crane that began teaching social psychology at Northwestern University in Chicago. He was new to teaching, but he wanted to make psychology practical to the students that he was given to teach. One of the classes he taught was in the evening, and it was consisting of older students than the students that he taught during the day. And there was a young woman by the name of Lois who had moved to Chicago to take a job from a very small town in Wisconsin. And one night she confided in Crane after class. She told him, "I'm just lonely. I'm so isolated." She said, "I spend my evenings going home and writing letters back to where I came from in Wisconsin, just hoping someone will write me back. My friends there will respond in some way." It was in response to this issue Lois had that prompted Crane to come up with something he called the Compliment Club, which he decided to announce to the class the following week. And it was to be a part of their assignments that they would be expected to participate in while they were enrolled in the course. Crane addressed the class by saying these words: "You are to use your psychology every day, either at home or at work or on the streetcars and the buses. For the first month, your assignment will be none other than the Compliment Club. Every day you are to pay an honest compliment," he said, "to each of three different people. You can increase the number if you wish, but if you want to qualify for a grade in this class, you must have complimented at least 3 people every day for 30 days. Then at the end of the 30-day experiment, I want you to write a theme or a paper on your experience." And he goes on and tells them, "Include the changes that you noted in the people that you complimented. Also, include your own altered outlook on life." Now, there were some of the students that didn't like this. They got a little mad. They didn't like an assignment of this magnitude. Some complained, "Well, we don't know what to say to people. How are we supposed to talk to people?" Others talked about how afraid of being rejected, and even a few thought it would be wrong to compliment someone that they didn't like. One man asked Crane, he says, "Suppose you meet somebody you don't care for. Wouldn't it be insincere to praise your enemy?" To which Crane responded, "No, it's not insincerity when you compliment your enemy. For the compliment," he said, "is an honest statement of praise for some objective trait or merit that deserves commendation." He said, "You will find that nobody is entirely devoid of merit or virtue. Your praise may buoy up the morale of a lonely soul who was almost ready to give up the struggle and cash it in. You never know," he said, "when your casual compliment may catch a boy or girl or a man or a woman at a critical point when they were about ready to throw in the towel." So what happened as they took on the assignment? Well, they began to discover that their sincere compliments had a positive impact on people around them. Plus, the experience made an even greater impact on the students themselves. Lois was affected and became the center of any room she walked in. Another lady had a boss who was mean, was surly, always on her case, and she began to compliment him. And she noticed he started to change, and eventually they became really good friends. In fact, later they got married. This may sound like a ridiculous assignment that has no real value, but I believe it does. The bottom line is we have a choice to either speak life into someone or death, to lift somebody up or to tear them down with the words that we use. Crane later remarked that the world was just starving for appreciation. It's hungry, he said, for compliments, but somebody has to start by speaking and saying nice things to others. The weight of our words matter. How are you talking to your spouse, your kids, your in-laws, your neighbor, your boss, that one person that just ticks you off when you just see them coming towards you? It was the evangelist D.L. Moody who advised people to do all the good you can to all the people you can in all the ways you can as long as ever you can. Be someone who adds value to others. Don't be a drain on someone by constantly pulling them down. Learn to be a lifter, an encourager, a complimenter. Someone who others will know always has something good to say about them, no matter what may be going on in their life. Join the compliment club. There's always room for one more. So glad you've joined us in this episode of the Darin Sargent Show. Thanks for listening. Make sure to subscribe to this podcast, rate it, review it, share it with someone. It's so appreciated. Also, check out our new the podcast on our new YouTube channel in video and audio at youtube.com/at Darin Sargent Leadership. I'm glad that you're here. You can share this video with someone today. Make sure to subscribe there on the YouTube channel as well and watch the different videos and audio podcasts and devotions that are posted there on a weekly basis. Thanks for listening. Now go enjoy your day and remember the power of your words. Have a great day.